Guys, thanks for coming in. Is it recording? Am I good? Am I looking good? Okay. Guys, we have a few new people we want to introduce you today. We're going to introduce them again at the office meeting. We'll start with Mr. Saud. If you can just introduce yourself a little bit to us. Your name, how long you've been in real estate, and what made you come to Galaxy. Okay. Go for it, sir.
Hello everyone, my name is Saud. I've been in real estate about 3.5 years now. I was initially with the team, if anyone's familiar, the Empower Home team.
The Sarah Reynolds team, yeah.
Empower Home team. So it was a great team. We were nothing against them, but I felt like I could look elsewhere. I had a chance to meet with Walid, just getting to know him and kind of getting to know how he came up. It kind of really blew my mind, being the fact that he's very driven and he cares about his agents. Of course, I don't know him too much yet, but I'm getting to know him, and I think it's gonna lead me a long way down a path where it's more than just real estate with buyers and sellers. It's more of the aspect of diversifying in real estate, investing, wholesaling, etc. So yeah.
No, welcome to Galaxy. I love to see these young guys coming into real estate early. Fazan is even younger, but when you come at this age, you have, if you really take this seriously, 10 years later, when you look back, you'll see that, hey, maybe you'll retire by then. If you do this as a real business. But welcome. Then we have, who is next? We have Miss Sakar. Her license is also in the process. So please tell us about yourself. Mr. Malcolm, sorry man. Today is not a good name day. Ms. Sakar, tell us about yourself.
My name is Sakar. I have been doing real estate for almost 5 years. I came from Missouri. And the reason why I switched over is I actually know 2 of your guys' teammates. So I was following the page already, and I was like looking at all the activities and how you guys were working, and it was kind of like close-knit, which is something that I didn't have in Missouri. I was solo to begin with, I think after 2 weeks, and so I don't know what a team feels like, so I guess that's something that I'm looking forward to.
And it was so strange because she was calling all these brokerages to join, and you said no one called you back, right?
Nobody answered. Nobody. I think I had received a text message from like a random number, and they were like, oh, we're from so-and-so Realty. And I was like, you know what, let me just reply and hope that it's not a scam. And that's how I got a hold of a brokerage.
Wow. Well, that's how you thought I was a scam? Maybe we are a scam. No. Okay.
You called me, but that one just came from a random number. So
oh yeah, that was very interesting. I think brokerage is not calling back. It's crazy.
Redfin, Keller Williams, Remax.
Maybe another one.
I'm telling you, nobody was picking up. And office addresses was taking me to like townhomes. It was so weird.
Oh yeah, people are not updating their Google,
It was probably their home address, but I was like,
That's a good.
Oh yeah, some brokerages, they have their home address when they open the entity. Yeah. If you put the Tyson's, if you look for Remax Tyson, it may take you to my home. Welcome, Sakar. We are very excited. And we have, who else? We have Mr. Allen.
My real name is Ali Reza, and I use Allen as my business name. Most of my friends call me Allen anyway. I've been in business for, as a realtor, like 6 years. But before that also I was working as buying and selling home by myself, so fix and flip actually. And that takes me back to like 2010. So since then I have been working in this industry, and after a while I thought, why I have to pay somebody else to do it for me? I can do it myself. So that was the time that I got my license, and then I started to work as a realtor. I had my team, and like 6-7 people working with me on that team, and then I got introduced to Mr. Wally. And since then, I was thinking about joining the team or now. Changing the brokerage, not the team. So after a while, I decided to move forward and join because, as a coach, Wally did a lot for me, and I wanted to get back to him.
He was in we were doing a weekly coaching with Alan, Heman, Kat. Who else was in there? Daniel, Amir. So we were doing that weekly, I think it was a weekly.
Yeah, it was weekly, and
Yeah.
then it became bi-weekly,
Yeah.
and suddenly it just disappeared.
Just disappear so he can come back. That was the plan. So we can disappear so he can come. It's like you give free stuff and all of a sudden there's no free stuff. It was a trap. But welcome. We appreciate you. I think we're all going to have a great year. We just have to be prepared. Today's mastermind is about, what is this? Okay. This is what it's going to be about, because how to position yourself financially and dominate as a realtor in a shifting global market, as we know what's going on globally. Miss Aisha, welcome. Thanks for always coming late, but we appreciate you. So this is what this is about. See, a lot of successful, if you want to be really successful in real estate or any industry, you have to position yourself on what's coming, not just in the real estate market, any industry. Also, this is big with technology. You have to really be ahead in technology. When it comes to technology, what do you guys think? You know, back in the days when I started real estate, there was no social media. There was, everyone was using those magazines. Even the MLS was not online. It was very different word back in 2004. It was a different era, a different marketing, and no one wanted to switch because no one likes these changes. But if you don't change, other agents will change and you will be left behind. And I was just talking with Saud, what do you think is coming next? What do you think you guys need to be looking into? AI. So what are you guys doing? Have anyone done anything with AI, or you're just sitting and watching other people do things? Has anyone done anything in AI?
I'm using ChatGPT as my assistant.
Okay.
Every day.
That's like baby. What else?
Created some videos.
With AI, okay.
Voiceovers, AI.
Okay. What AI can do for you guys is just crazy. You can change your whole business on AI. For example, I'm going to give you a few examples. Maybe you can look into it. See, AI is artificial intelligence. It's smarter than humans. But once you get the right AI, it can learn you. It can learn you and become better than you. It can copy your voice, it can copy you, but even at a very larger scale. See, if you have to read a book, right? It takes so much time, but AI, you can give them, it has the knowledge of everything. One of the things you can use in your AI in the future is it can make calls for you. For example, you can have a database and have AI make the calls. It can take inbound calls. You can make calls. There's a guy I'm meeting hopefully in a couple of weeks. He will clone me for like $5,000, and that AI is going to keep making the videos. I don't have to be anywhere. It's going to be in New York. It's going to be in California. It's going to be me everywhere, but I'm not there. I'm going to be just at home. It can follow the trend. See, if you want more views, more hits on your videos, now you can use this AI to really get ahead. So I would really start looking into this AI, because the agents, see, it's not back in the days when you are a new agent and it will take you like 5 years to build your database. It's very different now. I have seen new agents who are selling like 50 homes a year in their first year. because they know how to use this technology. It's not back in the days, hey, I'm going to call the people I know. Yes, that's good too, but there are so many other things you can do to bring business. So I would definitely be looking into AI if you want to be ahead of the game. Otherwise, other people will be ahead of the game. I think, for example, I was telling Siobhan or someone, we can have, I was telling actually Aisha, it was a very good idea. You can have an AI broker. I mean, I'll still be the broker because AI knows, it can learn our real estate law in Virginia in minutes. Not only that, it can learn all the court cases. And you can have an AI broker. So instead of calling me, you call, what should we name him? I don't know, something. Fred. You call Fred. And you can ask Fred questions, and Fred will give you really good answers because Fred knows everything. I have won 2 lawsuits this year, I think one at least, 1 lawsuit last year with ChatGPT. You know, I've won like, what, 25,000, whatever it was, 27,000, because I was trying to sue someone. Instead of hiring an attorney, I just copy paste everything from ChatGPT and I was replying emails through that, and they got scared and they gave me money. So you can use, actually a lot of emails I send out when even when agents call me sometimes, they're like, Waleed, what do you think about this agreement? And I'm like, okay, I'm on the computer. I'm like, okay. They're like, wow. That's how I'm answering my clients too. See, they ask you questions, you go to ChatGPT and it will give you everything you need. I had another guy, he was signing a new construction, right? And he wanted to back out of it. He didn't buy it through me. So what I did is upload that in ChatGPT. It gave me all the bullet points. And I was like, hey, I studied all night, man. Let me give you the bullet points. And he was so happy and impressed with me. I was like, man, I was studying all night. I think one of that we were working with Kat's client. They were buying a property with solar panels. And her buyer wanted us, as the realtor, wanted us to read that whole solar panel booklet, which was like a couple hundred pages. And I didn't do anything, and the call was the next morning. I'm like, shit, 15 minutes before, put it on ChatGPT, and I gave them all the bullet points. I was like, sorry, man, I was working all night reading through these. Even HOA documents, you can upload them there. It can give you the bullet points. You can ask questions, right? You upload HOA documents, and you're like, hey, can I install a fence, whatever that question may be. And it will pull the answer for you. So use this towards your advantage. Don't tell your clients, but act smart, right? So they're like, hey, Mr. Easy, how are you? Okay, so next, where's next? Okay, let's get into it. Okay. See, the agents who win in these markets are not the smartest one. And to be honest, I've never been the smartest agent. But I always been somehow the most prepared because I'm always into news. I'm always looking what's coming ahead, and you change your marketing plan. You change what you want to target based on what's coming. So you need to have, and these days we can have an idea of what's coming so you can prepare yourself ahead of time. And not only that, that's why I get a lot of referrals. 99% of my business is referrals. Not only that they got the best customer service, this is one. Second is my clients have gained not just knowledge, but they have done well in their real estate investments because I am prepared and I can advise them to make the right decisions, because these are the questions, because I work with a lot of investors too. These are the questions investors ask, especially in markets like these. They depend on us so we can advise them. But if you advise them good and they make money, of course they'll come back to you. But for that you have to be prepared. You want to at least know what's going on. So the global events, as we all know, like what's happening in the Middle East, they just don't stay overseas. they are coming to US. They're going to affect our rates, our money, our buyers, our businesses. So we have to be prepared of what's coming. So this is not a fierce session. And I was talking with someone the other day. See, a lot of people in their personal life and in business life, they're very fearful. They live in fear. Miss Cat, thank you so much for coming, I don't know, 25 minutes late, but that's okay. We just started. There's a fine. So fear, what is fear? See, fear is F for fear and F is future. Fear is mostly related to future. You are thinking, oh, the war is happening and everything will collapse, or what if? There are a lot of what ifs. So we need to stop living in the fear. People who are fearful will never make it. There are some people who are just so fearful that they don't want to do anything because they think the world is going to collapse in the next maybe 3 or 4 months. And they don't want to do anything because they're so fearful. So we need to live in the present. Forget about the future. Whatever is going to come, we are going to cross that bridge when we are on that bridge. Right now, the best thing we can do is be prepared and make sure our clients are prepared. But don't live in fear. You know, fear like, hey, fear, I'm gonna die next year. You know, you live in a fear, and then you stop living in the present. One time I was in this fear too, fear of death. One time it was so crazy. Every minute I was thinking I was gonna die, and that thought was not leaving my head, and it got me so sick. But that was my personal challenge I had to face. And Maya knows that I was passed out in the office a couple times, thinking I was going to die. Yeah, it's gone because I overcame it. I was like, hey, when the time comes, I'll deal with it at that time. Right now, let's live the life. So this is not a fear session. So let's see what's next. Okay. So how you position yourself is number one. I'm sure you guys are aware of what's going on, right? In the Middle East. At least you know. You guys all know what's going on, right? You guys have an idea, right? So first thing is stay calm. Don't live in fear. This is the times, see, when markets are uncertain like they are. I don't know if you guys are into the stock market. You know, we have the real estate market, we have the stock market, we have the crypto market, we have the gold and silver, the biggest markets. And they are very uncertain. They're going up and down, very volatile, very crazy. Things are going up and down every day, every night. You hear something from the White House, things are up. The next day, you hear something from the Middle East, things are down. Some investors are really playing it and making some money, but it's very uncertain. People are losing money, making money. A lot of people are sitting on sidelines because they don't want to be in the markets. But we have to stay focused. This is the time you want to stay really focused and make sure your clients, if you are focused and you have a direction, your clients will follow that direction too. Next. So this is what's really happening, okay? But I'm going to tell you a little bit more so you understand money. You guys know about petrodollar. You guys know about petrodollar? It's called petrodollar. Back in the days, at one point they changed the dollar. We call it petrodollar still now because the biggest commodity still now, why the wars are, and we are not talking about, right now, this is not about who is right, who is wrong, Democrats, Republican. It's not about this. We are just talking in general, right? So the biggest commodity till now is oil. Everyone is after oil. Why everyone is after oil? Why? Tell me why people are after oil. Everything runs on oil. Not only cars, our food chain, which is the big ships. We have, our our flights, all the cargo. Not only that, oil is all the military equipment. Everything runs on oil. And whoever controls the oil controls everything. So back in the days, US made a deal with these Arab countries, the highest producing oil, petroleum countries, that hey, we will give you security by putting our bases there, because a lot of Middle Eastern countries are small. They don't have military, like Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar. They don't have military. So they made a deal with US that, hey, put your base there, give us security, and in return, we will sell the oil in US dollars, right? And now, all these Arab countries are selling oil in dollars, and they're like, what do we do with this dollar? So what they were doing with this dollar till now is they reinvest that dollars into our markets, into our stock market, into our real estate market. So all this money they make from oil, all these dollars go back in our markets. So with this oil price impact, and that's what all this war, I think, is all about, because they want, the US doesn't want the oil to be sold in any other currency like the yuan. And anyone sells oil in any other currency, we know what happens. They're not to be found. They even came up with, they came up with vehicles which work on anything besides oil. I think it was, what is that? Not helium, what is that? Whatever it was.
GNC?
No, there was another, this company came up with a vehicle which doesn't need oil. And that guy was nowhere to be found after that. Because anything threats the dollar, the oil. So don't come up with an idea. You'll be gone. So what's happening is, as the oil prices go up, the markets are doing really bad, which is the stock market. Then we get a news from US, no, the market is fine. Then the barrel price stays under, it goes over 100, markets are going crazy. It goes under 100, they are, so it's going back and forth. But the thing is, the damage is already done. See, the refineries, and it's not about just the oil. See, these places which are going, they are just destroyed. It will take them years to rebuild them, because it's not just the oil. You have to refine the oil and then sell the oil. So it's going, even everything settles down, it's going to have some impact. But one of the reasons why we are not going to be in fear, because just let's look back 20 years. How many wars and things we have already gone through? We have the 9/11, we have the Afghanistan, we have the Iraq, we had the corona just not too long ago, and we thought everything is going to collapse, and we made it out, right? But when corona happened and we thought real estate is not going to be here anymore and we won't have a job, a lot of people left real estate. But agents who stayed in real estate made the most money. Whoever was in real estate in 2020 to 2025, they made a killing. It was just the real estate just keep going up. I mean, we made the most money. I think corona time, people made the most money. Like, things were selling like crazy. So there's always a winner. There's always a winner. So what oil prices does is it increases inflation. How does oil prices increase inflation? You guys smart people? So oil prices go up. How does inflation go up?
Because everything that, you on the transport, everything goes up, the prices go up.
Prices of food go up. Prices of everything goes up. Not only oil is used in this transportation and military, is also used for fertilizer. That's why a lot of countries in the Middle East and Asia are suffering the worst, especially in India, because they don't have fertilizer. and they may cross the season where they will, they grow the crops and harvest them or whatnot, and the food prices will shoot up, everything will shoot up. So with oil prices, inflation goes higher, and that's what the problem is. Because everything was looking really good, Feds were cutting rates, life was looking beautiful. Now we have this problem. It may keep the rates higher, right? The rates may still stay higher. And if the rate stays higher, you guys already know what happened last year. High rates, high prices, things are very slow. Right now, rates are all over the place. I think the market is acting very funny because it doesn't know what it's doing. Because the rates don't know what they're doing. The investors don't know what they're doing. The home buyers don't know what they're doing. It's like everything is all over the place. I think we had a good start this year when the rates, I think, dropped below 6. A lot of buyers came back in the market. It was a good 1 month or 2 months. And now the rates are, creeping up again, and hopefully they'll stay under 7. So we just have to keep, where are they now? 6.5 now already? Maybe 6.25. But I try to send that once a week or something so you guys can get an idea. So we may be facing the same challenges. And we just, right now a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines, especially in the stock market, because they're just sitting on cash. They're cash heavy. I think Warren Buffett also cashed out. What's his name? Our Microsoft guy. What's his name? Yeah, they're all guys are cashed out and sitting on the sidelines, along with BlackRock, all these big companies. And you can find all this information on ChatGPT. They're just sitting on the sidelines because market is uncertain. They don't want to get in the market. They're just waiting until things settle down. So we have to really watch what the oil prices are doing, because oil prices, then you have inflation and things can go higher. The more you can explain your clients and they're like, oh, this guy is smart, let me just follow what this guy is doing. So you have to be smart and understand the markets. All of this is connected because at the end, the real estate reacts to it. The real estate market reacts to it. And real estate markets sometimes react a little slow, but it will eventually react. Right now, still things are good, but rates are up and down. And we're going to show you how to overcome these challenges. That's why you're here today. Okay. How this will impact, which we were discussing earlier. Same thing like last year. Meaning the buyers lose, they can, of course, afford less homes. And of course, if the gas prices are higher, they are going to keep that in their calculation too. If it goes to like $10, then they're like, okay, I go to DC to work every day. Now I have to pay another $500 a month in gas. So maybe, I don't want to buy a house for $600,000. Maybe I want to buy at $500,000. And buyer behavior changes first. I actually don't like this market whenever rates are high and the market is slow, because then buyers take a long time because they know the homes are staying. Buyers act fast when the market is, when there is a pressure on them that they have to make a decision. I don't know how buyers think, man. They rather pay overprice. They rather pay, not get closing cost and waive inspection. But when market slows down and we can get them $25,000 cheaper, we can get them closing cost, we can get them everything they want, and then they don't want to buy a house. They're like, oh, we want to think more. You know why buyers do that?
They're looking for a better deal. They think it may drop more.
No, they get the cold
That's the
feet.
fear.
They just
I believe.
fear.
See, for example, I'm sure you guys know about Bitcoin, right? So when Bitcoin was at 120, there were buyers, they were like, man, if I wish it goes to $100, 100,000, I'll buy it. Now it's at 70,000 and they don't want to buy it. And they were dying to buy it at 100,000. Now they're like, we don't want to buy it 70, maybe it'll come to 50. But when it goes back to 100, then they are like more motivated to buy it, because it's all about buyer sentiment. You know, the sentiment in the market. If and one thing is the fear, it's the sentiment. They like to, when they start seeing things in the green, they feel more comfortable. But smart buyers, that's how you educate your buyers. Smart buyers buy, and smart investors, they buy in the red and they sell in the green. So you buy Bitcoin now when it's like 50% off, and you sell in the green, but most buyers like to buy in the green and sell in the red because of fear. But if you are an educated realtor, this is where you come in. I've sold a lot of homes to my buyers using the same thing. I'm like calling my buyers, I'm like, listen man, you have zero down payment, you don't have any money for closing cost, and you couldn't buy anything when the market was fast. Now I can get you zero down, I can get you closing cost, you can do your inspection, what are you waiting for? So you have to educate them, sometimes you have to push them. Sometimes you have to push your buyers that, hey guys, what are you guys? I tell them straight up, I'm a very straightforward guy. I'm like, hey man, what's wrong with you? You know, what's wrong with you? Now is the time to buy. Market is slow. So most of my clients, I would say at least 80% of them listen to me. I tell them, hey, this is what we should do, because they are not in real estate. I'm in real estate. So I want them to follow me, and I want to, you know, accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. So we work as a team, but they listen to me, they take my advice, and usually it works out. So this market, we may be coming back, but it's very hard to tell, because we have the Federal Reserve chair. I think this guy is, a new guy is coming. I think Jerome Powell's couple months left. I think maybe he's already gone as in May, I think. You know, Federal Reserve. As Federal Reserve, the one who controls the rates, that's also, you want to watch what's happening there. I think the government is trying to sue him now. The government wants to sue everyone. But now the government we have now, they're bringing their guy. And as we know, Mr. Trump was pushing Powell to get the rates as low as possible. So you never know. He got his guy now. It's a possibility that they will really, but the guy is saying something else. The guy say, I'm not going to lower the rates. The new Fed who is coming. But whenever they say they will not do something, that's exactly what they do. You know, that's what's been happening. So it's a big possibility. So we have to be prepared actually in every direction. This whole thing may be changed because with the rates, but there is a market trend where the prices are low and the rates are low and the markets still don't move. This happened in, I think, 2011 or 13. But we have to be prepared and keep an eye on what's going on globally. Keep an eye on the news. This is so you can educate your buyers and educate yourself. Because when I talk with my buyers or sellers, I'm giving them facts and they understand. See, when people ask you, is it a good time to buy? You have to give them facts. You cannot just say, yeah, I think every time is a good time to buy, because you save on, because you're, instead of renting, now you're owning now. These are baby reasons. Everyone knows about them. You have to give them bigger facts. And you know these facts by understanding the markets. See, when you're talking with a buyer and you tell them a little bit about Bitcoin and inflation and oil, they'll be like, oh, who is this guy? I want to work with this person. This guy sounds very smart. So that's what they want to know. And they're like, okay, I want to follow that guy. Sellers, I think we may, right now it's all over the place, but we may go back to where, things are selling slow. The seller's gonna have a hard time selling. We're not there yet. Some areas is happening. It's just, Maya did an open house. How many people showed up for you, ma'am? Zero. See? And couple weeks ago, Miss Cat had an open house. How many people showed up there? 6, 7. So see, the trend is just all over the place. And you did an open house. How many people?
Had a fantastic open
Yeah.
house. Yeah, in Belfast.
Yeah, because it's just all over the place. Things are all over the place. Investors right now, smart investors. I think it's good time to work with investors. Always, they're looking for cash flow, stability, and of course, always remember, real estate is an inflation hedge. Let's take that call. Okay. Real estate is always, in my opinion, see when dollar is collapsing or things are all over the place and there's war, where do people move their money? There are few places where people move money. Where do people usually keep their money? Tell me, guys.
Usually it's in the bank.
Bank, okay.
Or under the mattress.
But why do they keep it in the bank? I'm talking about investors, smart investor. Why they keep money in the bank?
Because they think it's safe and then safer interest they get.
Interest, because see, if in the markets they're getting 10%, but markets are all over the place, they'll move it to a safer place, treasury bonds, or maybe they'll get 3-4% from the bank. That's one place, liquid. Where else do they move their money?
Also, usually during the war, a lot of people purchase properties too.
Properties, yes.
That's the biggest thing.
They put their cash into hard assets like properties. Where else do they move their money? Gold and silver. Hard assets. Gold. See, you have gold, silver bucket. You have cash bucket. You have now the crypto bucket. You have the stock market, and you are holding liquid. This is where the money keeps moving around. And right now, with what's happening, a lot of people are moving money from the stock market, from the crypto market, and moving it into real estate. They're even moving from gold too, because gold, people are taking profits now. It was like when we gave the coin to Iftikhar, he won the 80s. When he won the gold coin, it was 1600. Now it's like 4500. It went all the way to 5500 an ounce. And silver from 14 bucks went up to even 120. I should have sold it, but now it's back to 70 or 80. Because people take profits, right? So these are the buckets people move their money in. So right now they are taking money from gold and silver profit and dumping it into real estate. What is one of the other biggest reasons I told you last time why investors are buying rental property? That's the easiest sale for this year if you guys are not doing it. Why would an investor buy a property now? Tax benefit. We have the huge tax benefit which never happened this year. It was last year. We're not financial advisors, but you can tell your clients you can write off 40% of the structure value. That's a lot. So if you buy a rental property for $400,000, maybe you can write off maybe $120,000. Otherwise, $120,000 you had to pay 30% tax, which was $40,000. So the money you put down, you're not losing it, and you just are writing it off. So this is a very good time to work with the investors. Whoever you tell this to an investor, they'll buy 2-3 properties. If you know anyone who's sitting on like a couple $100,000, sell them 2-3 homes. They'll save money on taxes. And now they're 100,000, they put 20% down on a couple of properties and life is good. And there may be cash flow, maybe, $400 to $500 on each. So see, you have to give these to your clients. See, your clients are waiting. See how stockbrokers do, right? They call their client, hey, like Alan, I got this stock, man. And let's say I'm a stockbroker, I made you a lot of money. I call you, Alan, hey man, there's a stock for $5. I think it's gonna go to 25. You're going to buy it if I made you money in the past, right? You're like, hey, let me put 100,000 in there because I trust Waleed, right? Same thing with your clients. You call them and you're like, hey, this is hot in the market, and you're giving them, hey man, why don't you buy this? And they're like, okay, thank you so much. And then once they make money, you have another idea, you bring that idea back to them because everyone wants to make money. They're waiting for you guys to give them the idea. And you're not giving them the idea. It's a very good idea, by the way. Another idea is I talk with Alan. I have him spend $100,000 to buy that stock. I do it 3-4 times, but the last time maybe I give him a very bad stock and take all his money. Yeah, people do that too. Someone did that too in New York with me. I lost a lot of money. Oh yeah, but that's okay. So I know every trick how to fail. So I don't fail. Okay.
Well, it's just a question. Can you explain more about that tax that you were talking about?
I'll connect you with the guy, but the way it is, you guys, I think we discussed it in our last meeting too. Let's say if you buy a property for 400,000, right? If you look at the tax record, it has an assessment for land and assessment for the structure. Let's say the land is 200,000 and structure is 200,000. So the structure of 200,000, you can take first year depreciation 40%. So 200,000 is 80,000. So you can write off in the first year 80,000. My accountant actually bought a few homes last year, so you have to go through a process to do that. He's doing it right now. They have to do, yeah. Yes. Not only that, the 40%, you can also write off the money you spent to renovate it. So it's a very big, so this year, I'm going to show a lot of income and I won't be paying any taxes. So I'm very happy. Because if you are making all this money, the government is, the tax brackets, right? The more you make, that bracket is higher, and you may be ending up at 34% tax bracket, meaning if you make 100,000, you have to pay 35,000. I don't want to even pay 5%. Because they're going to misuse my money somewhere. You know what I'm talking about. They'll take my tax money and I don't want to do that. I want to keep my money. I think Alan got really excited with the 40% when he's going to go out and buy some homes. Okay, so confusion in the market creates opportunity for educated agents because our buyers and sellers are confused. And whoever is going to clear their confusion is the one who is going to make money. So your seller is confused, your buyer is confused, and what is happening in reality? Your buyer is confused, your seller is confused, and you are confused. Everyone is confused. And nothing is happening. At least one person should not be confused, which is you. So when you are not confused, see, buyers and sellers can fear. When they talk with you and you are like unsure about anything, they don't want to work with you. You have to have solid facts. Okay. So this is what you guys need to do. This is for wealth. This is not for real. This is what you should be doing. Number one, keep cash. Keep cash. And don't buy some expense until this is over. This is my personal, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me later. I'm just giving you my opinion, right? Because we have to be prepared. So if you are planning to buy a new car, if you're planning to put some money into something, just wait and don't do it. Your car is fine. You don't want to invest don't do large purchases. Keep cash reserves. Maybe be smart and move money around in your credit cards. Get that when you get that 0% interest rate for 12 months, just use that, move that around. If you get a credit card offer, 0% for 12 months, get that. Have your credit lines ready. Get your credit line. And if you guys have a business, right? If you have a LLC, at least apply for a line of credit. You'll most likely get it. You can get it from your bank. Line of credit, cheaper interest rate, usually 8, 9, 11%. Wells Fargo does it. Many other banks do it like a line of credit. So at least you have a line of credit versus a credit card, which is 17, 20%. Get a line of credit and wait for those offers and move things around. But keep some cash reserves always for 6 to 12 months. Don't buy expensive stuff. And if you are in investing, this is the time to focus on cash flowing. Always focus on cash flowing properties which can give you cash flow. Always work on cash flow. So you got that? Any questions there? So don't buy that Rolex you were thinking about. Just wait. And I think Mukarram was buying that G-Wagon. Now he's making good money. Mukarram making good money, but he's not buying it anymore because of this. He was like, oh man, I'll wait. Smart guy. I said, good. Before I was pushing him, I was like, man, get a G-Wagon. Don't show up without a G-Wagon. But now he said, no, man, I don't know the Mara. I say, I understand. Wait 6 months. You know.
How's your car, she says?
My car is good. It's nice. I don't even bring it because saving gas money. I'm saving gas. I'm following this too. My plan for if the market, if things go worse, is I'm going to slowly sell parts of that car. Maybe Ben's car too. Maybe Ben is gonna bring.
Hey Ben, watch your umbrella.
Ben is gonna park his car here.
Please don't take his umbrella.
Umbrella like 2,000.
Yeah. We're gonna get Ben busy in this meeting, and one of you guys we're gonna send someone. He goes out. His car is going to be on bricks. He's sitting on the bricks, man. I think each tire is how much? 25,000, maybe 10,000 at least. 1,500. But with the rim is maybe 3,000. Yeah, 5,000. That's 20,000 right there. That's your 6 month.
6 months reserve.
6 months reserve is sitting outside.
Don't worry, I'll just pay for rental. Weddings.
Yeah. But always, see, in real estate, this is I've always done. See, real estate is one source of income. It's always good to open up other sources of income related to real estate. You don't have to go outside real estate. What things you can do, you can, like, let's talk now. What other things you can do than buying and selling a house? Tell me. Which is related to real estate and you can make a lot of money. I don't know why you guys can make money. So many ways related to real estate. Out of this office, you don't even have to go anywhere. Tell me.
Company, cleaning company, staging.
So Nabil just started a staging company. He's going to present it. He called me. He was like, hey man, I'm thinking he gave me 2 ideas. I said, do staging. He already got, I gave him 3 projects. He already got 7. He already making 15,000 this month. He's really good in real estate. See, we have an office. We have agents which need things. Be smart. So what else can you do which can bring you money, a lot of money on the side, which we don't have here? Give me an example. I'll tell you what I would do, but, oh, you're there, man. Sorry, man. I told everyone about your company.
I'm actually in the process of starting a moving company too.
Say, smart man. Man, you think you can handle our stuff, man, or should I look for someone else?
Yeah.
Brother, I can handle yours and then some.
Good. But see, smart guy. See, he's adding another source. Smart guy. What else you can do? Moving company is out of the way too. But what else you can do which this office needs to make money? Think of it, what you can do now and make money. Credit repair. We don't have a credit repair. You know how much money you can go online, look for a franchise for 15, 20,000 and open a credit repair company. What else we need? Carpet wash company. What do we need? By the way, I'm opening a carpet wash. But not to wash carpets, but I have to sponsor someone. But I'll be washing carpets. I'll give you guys a break.
Or just sell more real estate.
No. I have to bring someone for a visa, man. Yeah, I can't get him. Yeah, we have to get him. That's the only thing he can do.
Let them sell more real estate.
Yeah.
Don't get their mind all over the
Yes, if you guys, I have a very good attorney. So if you have someone overseas who wants to come here, I can connect you. They just have to buy a business.
You're going to be all over.
Do you have anyone overseas who wants to come to US? You have to buy a business which is worth about 150,000 and they can buy and come here. I have an attorney. Okay, so if you want to bring someone here, I'm forced to bring some people here for my wife,
So how about that?
Yes.
I have a body bus. How we can use it with the company?
What is it?
Body bus. A body bus that you can use it if you
A
want.
bus?
A party bus.
A party bus. Party bus is, a great business if you want to, the very big haram business, but no problem. Oh, one guy I know,
You connect me with.
all right, guys, let's focus. We are talking about businesses, guys. Yes, this guy, he started doing, he was a bartender, right? He was doing party bus. So now he came up with an idea and the guy's making a lot of money. He does what do you call it? He takes the bar to virtual, not virtual. He takes the bar to the parties. The whole bar with the car, he just goes to the party. And outside, he's there with a bar, making a lot of money. But we can, you can sell like halal beer, no problem. But credit repair, car moving company. What else we can think of? We need here. Cleaning company. What else? Junk removal company. Very good. Trash out company. Like, hey, you just trash out the homes. You don't remodel it. Trash out companies. Okay. Vent cleaning. The ductwork cleaning for just for washer, for the dryer only, disposer only. So there's so many things guys can do on the side, which is recession proof, right?
Sorry, Wally, real quick. If anybody thinks that this is a foolproof system, I would do it. I don't have time for it. But if you do an outsourced contracting company, that is gangbusters. Literally like a mini version of Angie's List. If you know a lot of contractors and you know a lot of people and there's a lot of guys who do jobs here and there, you can outsource the contracting. You create the quotes for the homeowner. You outsource it to somebody else to do the work. Let's say if it's a job that would normally be, let's say $6,000, you put $8,000 on it, you find the guy to do it for $6,000 and you pocket $2,000.
There you go.
It costs no money. All you need to do is be able to market.
So many ways to make money. This guy, I know, what he's doing. How these single guys who needs to, they talk on the phone, text messages. They're just text messaging single people because they don't have anyone. So this guy came up with the AI. So these guys are talking with AI people back and forth for like, I don't know, $10 an hour or something. See, AI can do a lot of things for you. So besides real estate, guys, it's not a bad idea to have another business. You guys got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
I know most of you will go home and not do anything, but hopefully some of you will do something. But there's a lot of opportunity out there. Okay, moving on. All right, guys. Real estate. So when you're talking with your clients, right, these are the questions you will be facing from them. One is one of them is, hey, I'm going to ask you guys, and let's see who wants to answer. Should I buy a house now or should I wait? Who wants to answer that? Oh, you want to answer that? Why should I buy a house now or should I wait?
Yes, buy a house now.
Why?
Bye.
Because it's always a good time to buy.
Why?
Because the market prices always go up. It's always trending up and never goes down.
But I think with the war, because of the war, I think the prices will go down. Let's say I'm a buyer. I think, Mr. Cat, I know what you're saying, but I think the market may crash.
It'll go back up. It never trends all the way down. Always goes back up.
But why don't I buy maybe the house for $500,000 right now? Maybe I should wait and buy it for $400,000. What do you think?
Why do you want to do that?
Because I can get it $50,000 cheaper.
How do you know that?
Because that's what I see in the news.
But you don't know that. It could go
But
up.
that's what's in the news.
It can go up 50,000.
What about rates? I think
If the rates drop.
how do you think? Why you say it may go up?
Huh?
Why you say it's gonna go up? It may go up 50,000.
It can go because it's always trending up. It never trends down.
But how?
Historically, it always goes up. It might drop for a little bit and then go back up. But even
Okay.
if your interest rate is high right now,
But what about this inflation?
we've always had this. People still buy and sell. It's always a good time to buy, no matter what.
What about the interest rate? I'm waiting for the rates to go below 4.
Stop asking
This-
questions.
Because buyers,
What's your own personal situation? If you need to buy, buy.
Yeah.
If you can wait, then wait.
see, buyers will ask you questions. This is good answer, but you need to attach a lot of facts to it. You need to have a lot of facts. You have to act like more smart and give them a history of dollar, give them a history of real estate market, give them a lot more history on what happened in the past examples so they can really
Share with you the market trends.
good. Who else wants to answer that question?
This is what I
Miss Aisha. Miss Aisha, should I buy or should I wait next year?
Well, let me ask you a few questions.
Sure.
That's always a great question to ask whenever you're investing or purchasing a property. Tell me about your situation. How are your finances?
I am pre-approved. I can put 20% down. I'm pre-approved. I'm buying for primary residence. My first home.
Seems very strong.
But I don't want to make a mistake because I want to buy it. I think, and my friends are telling me, my uncle is telling me the market is going to go down in next 2-3 months. My uncle says to wait.
Well, I would like
Keyword is my uncle.
I can sell him a house, but here we are. So what you have told me, your finances are strong. And are you a first-time home buyer?
Yes.
Okay, well that's awesome. I love to work with first-time home buyers, as passionate they are. But this is what I will say to them, as an agent. I
am the guy.
You're the guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the buyer.
You're the buyer. So basically, this is since you have expressed your information, your situation to me, great in a sense. Right now, you have best opportunity to get great deals. This is what I say when it comes to interest. When the clients ask me,
I'm the guy.
You are the guy.
Yeah.
We marry the house. We date the interest. Interest can always fluctuate depending. How interest is a whole different story. But the best thing for you to buy right now is because you can get good deals on the properties. We can negotiate better. You have the opportunity to do a full inspection on the house prior to when the market gets busier, more buyers in the market. You won't have that opportunity. And the other thing is we look at the properties and getting price off the like for instance better deals we can offer lower than what it is right now because the seller wants to sell, but you can as a buyer you can offer.
So what you're saying is right now I can get a better deal.
You can definitely get
and then the rate maybe I can refinance later and switch the rate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is one fact. But what about the uncle? No.
Does your uncle own a house?
So this is the question I ask because people say that, right? My uncle, right?
Uncle doesn't own a house, right?
So this is what people tell me and I tell them. My uncle, I said, hey, how many houses your uncle bought and sold? Okay, your uncle bought one house in the last 10 years and you want to listen to your uncle? And I've been selling homes for last 20 years. So you want to listen to your uncle or you want to listen to me? But I'll kind of tell them on their face and they're like, oh, I tell that a lot when even sometimes people bring their uncles and their advisors who don't know anything about real estate. So I have to tell them nicely that, hey, your uncle may have the best intentions for you, but he is not experienced in this field. You said your uncle is a dentist. Maybe he'll be good at whitening your teeth, but not real estate. Maybe he can take your teeth out, but he's not experienced in real estate. If I have to get an oil change, I can maybe do it myself looking at the video, but I rather go to the expert. So that's why you're coming to me as an expert, and it will be wise for you to take my advice. That's why you're coming to me. So a lot of people when they say uncle, but facts, like you said, you have to give them facts. Like, hey, and Miss Kat said, and Miss Aisha, hey, it's the trend. You have to mixture a lot of things which has to make sense. But the way you deliver it with confidence, that's the key there. And this is the same thing. Hey, that's what I've been using. Hey, the rate is actually not too bad right now at 6.5%. But if the rates come down, refinance and get a lower rate. We don't time the market. We position within it. See, a lot of people, the biggest mistakes buyers and sellers do, they are looking for tops and bottoms. That's what the buyer's problem is. Buyer is looking for bottom. The seller is trying to catch the top, and no one on this earth can figure out the bottom or the top. So there's no best and the worst time to sell. You have to buy, especially for primary residence, if it's making sense for your family. Look at the tax benefit. As long as you can afford the monthly payment, it's fine. I tell my clients, hey, you're gonna buy a house for $500,000, right? Your payment is $3,000. Can you afford it? Yes. Let's say 6 months later, your house is worth $600,000, right? In numbers, Are you going to sell it? Most likely no, because you just moved in there. So that number is only going to make you happy. But let's say 1 year from now your house is worth 100,000 less. Does it matter? It does not, but because you're not selling. Your house is going to get paid, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I was wondering, you only gave it to me, you don't give it to anyone else. I appreciate that.
You're buying a house.
The right move. But I appreciate you. But makes sense is what you say and how you say is a very big difference. So you have to practice before you be able to convince someone. This which we were discussing earlier, become a market advisor. So once you know all this information, you want to educate your clients instead of chasing, and you can, a lot of people are posting their listings, but you can post insights, right? See, this is a big one. Your clients are watching you for direction. If you sound unsure, they freeze. They don't go with you. If someone asks you a question, our clients ask all kind of questions, they will ask you these hard questions. If you don't have the answer and you freeze, even if you have the wrong answer or the right answer, but if you're not delivering it the right way, they won't work with you. If a buyer comes to me, even the rates are 9%, and I think maybe there's war going on maybe in like Maryland, I'll still be able to convince them to buy, because the way I'm going to deliver. But I don't deliver on selling, I deliver on facts. I only tell my clients what to do, what exactly I'm doing in the market myself. So if I'm buying rental properties, I'll like, hey, I'm buying them too. One more thing you guys can do, by the way, property management as another one. We have companies, but you can do many other things. Credit repair, property management, anything. But do a side business related to real estate. So you have this money coming in. And because see, real estate is, up and down. You can easily handle 24 homes, but at the same time, if you have something else coming in, which is always can help you. Next. So, we were discussing this. Should you buy now or wait? These are the questions your clients will have. This is a big one. A lot of have. Same thing with selling. Should I sell now or wait? Should I buy now or wait? Mr. Malcolm, should I sell my house or wait?
Why are you looking to sell?
I'm looking to sell because I think this house is too big for me.
Okay, so you're trying to downsize.
Yes.
And where are you looking to go?
I just want to move into a condo, just have a lower, I just want to get cash out and buy something small for cash.
Okay, yeah, so if it makes sense for you, if you're downsizing, I would definitely sell your home.
But why? I think the prices I think market is going to continue to rise. Maybe I'll sell after a month and get more money.
Right now, home prices are still staying steady. You can still sell your home for a pretty nice amount, and you can purchase a home right now. You can get a really good deal too in the market. So I would definitely sell your house, especially if you're downsizing.
Oh, good. This is good. More facts, more good. A lot of people, you have a question?
Yeah, if you're selling higher, you're gonna buy higher.
That's the other day the lady asked me the same thing. I was working with this lady. She's like, I want to sell my house and buy another one. Is it a good sell a smaller home and buy a bigger home, slightly bigger? She was like, is it a good time to sell? I was like, for you it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter, because if you sell high, you're gonna buy high. You're gonna sell low, you're gonna buy low. So it doesn't matter when you buy or sell. She was like, oh, I didn't think like that. Okay. I was like, okay. So you have to have the right answer for them right at the spot, and the way you deliver it, it needs to be convincing. It has to make sense. And of course, then you make a meeting, you meet with them, and then you break it down.
One thing I'll add, like when it comes to selling also or buying, even still we still have a tough competition with multiple offers in certain areas.
Some areas, yes,
Some areas when it comes to selling, the same thing.
Yeah.
It depends on demand
Yeah.
and supply. So for you to find out where the property is will make
Yeah.
a huge difference of
Yes.
where they want to.
I don't like to give too much information over the phone.
Yeah.
I want to meet with them, but try to get their, like you asked me, why they want to sell, how motivated they are. Okay, what's next? This is what you should be doing as a realtor. So what you need to do is, whatever you're doing, follow up. You need to double down on everything. See, when we are in these uncertain times, right, you need to increase everything. If you're doing lead generation, if you're making like 20 calls a day, make it 40. If you're doing one event, do 2 events. You have to double everything. By the way, I've been sharing those events. I'm sure you're getting my emails. I hope you take advantage. If you don't want to get a booth there, don't get a booth. Just show up there and walk around and just socialize and get more contacts. This is the time you want to double down everything, because if you're getting 4 sellers, the 4 may not go to closing. So you cannot make mistakes. You just need to be very focused and not lose any business, because every single, depending on this year, but every single buyer and seller or rental or tenant will count as things change. Or hopefully they don't change, but if they do change, everything counts. And speed to lead is the key. Everything is speed to lead. And if you can do it, get an AI to do the speed to lead for you. 3 buckets to focus on. The biggest one is past clients. Call your past clients and just ask them, hey, what do they think about the market? Just discuss market. Just make sure they're aware. Good time to stay in touch with them. Investors love this market because you can find good deals. So it's a good idea to work with a lot of investors as long as you can find them a deal. And a lot of unsure homeowners are out there. They don't know if they want to sell or not. So you want to provide them the clarity so they can, you have to, see, either your client follows you or you follow the client. I like the client to follow me. Then there's a possibility we'll get this done. At the end, if the listing is not moving, a lot of listings don't move sometimes, you don't want to lose a client. So I really, every week, I'll talk with the sellers, give them an update, tell them what's happening with the market, why their house is not moving, and what is our next plan. If I'm not doing this, then you know who is doing it? Another agent they reached out to. They were like, we listed at the house a week ago, and Waleed, because a lot of agents, they list and they never follow up. So when I list a house, we send them a weekly report, and every week I talk with them. I'm like, hey, this week this happened. This week this is happening. Let's do this, let's do that. So they are engaged with me. So they don't go to someone else. Because the other agent, one of the biggest thing he's going to do to get that listing is lower the price. So you have to educate our clients. I had 4 or 5 listings we didn't sell in the last 6 months. We took them off. I put them back on. They're under contract. A couple of them already closed because my clients took my advice, and because they know what I'm talking about. I said, let's take it off the market. We'll come back at a different time, and it worked out very well. Miss Cat, please sell the house with the pool. I need that money. I have a car payment coming up. Okay. Next. So in this market also, this is, see, as if the market goes to a very slow mode, what happens? A lot of us go out of business, which is a bad thing or a good thing?
Good thing.
It's a very good thing. Hey man, bye-bye. So you don't have anyone so the weak hands always fold, even in the stock market or in real estate, the weak hands are gone and all their clients are yours. We will have more motivated sellers. We will have a lot of investors who are re-entering the market because investors like this market. And relocation, we have a lot of military movement happening. So you can focus on relocate. I think you work on relocation. Yeah. So relocation, military, you can do many things. You have to pick a niche and start working on it. So this is not a bad market. It's just a different market. I have more too. Okay. So this is the key in this market is your mindset. So average agents slow down in this time because they become lazy, they don't have much work, and they become lazy, they slow down, and they slow down so much that they're out of business. But smart agents like myself, I'm speeding up everything. From last week, I am now investing more money into AI, more money into leads. I'm preparing myself. So, because a lot of agents in fear, they don't want to spend anything. See, fear is when you spend. Fear is when you buy. Fear is when you buy Bitcoin. Fear is when you buy stocks. Fear is when you buy real estate. Fear is when you invest where all these lazy agents don't want to invest. And you invest and start. See what's going to happen if the market drops? People will start leaving their market shares. They will be leaving their market shares. If they are using Zillow or other places, they'll be dropping their market shares because they are not making money and they are not smart. And this is the time we will be buying into the market shares because the market shares are open and they may be cheaper. So this is the time you position yourself, especially with AI. You guys have a lot of time, figure that out. Do something with AI or someone else will. Fear, really, see, if you're sitting down and thinking of all these negative thoughts, within 1 minute you can't even get up, right? You can't even get up. You're like, oh, life is over. My career is, all these thoughts come to me like so fast. And within like a minute, you're like done and you're paralyzed. Knowledge gives you confidence. So when you're talking with your clients, if you have knowledge, then you can give them the facts and it will give you the confidence. And by taking action, which a lot of agents don't, equals to income. A lot of money. So a lot of agents and a lot of business are looking at this as a very negative thing. Oh, market collapse, real estate down. I'm looking at, hey, where is the opportunity? I've been even asking ChatGPT, hey, where I'm preparing myself, right? What should I do? I want to be prepared. So you have to be prepared with enough liquid, enough assets. So when the time comes, you're prepared. So I'm doubling down on everything because when the opportunity comes, we are ready. So you have to position yourself. And let's say if the market does collapse, what happens next? Let's say, guys, if the market takes a 40% correction, like 2 weeks from now, not 40, it won't, but maybe let's say 30%. What's going to happen?
What happens?
If the market drops 40%, I'm just throwing that number. Let's say if the people thinking it's happening. Let's say, fear is kicking in. We are paralyzed. Let's not 40%. Let's say the market drops 25% in 2 weeks. Let's say if this were to happen. What's going to happen?
More opportunities.
We're going to make a lot of money, guys. We're going to make so much money. Market goes 25%. What opportunities are we going to get? Investors get back in the market because now, and hopefully the rates are down. Let's say market drops 25% and the rate drops. We have all these investors and buyers trying to eat up everything. We get very excited. So, and then what's going to happen? People who bought in the last 2 years, they're upset because now their house they bought for $1 million is worth now $750. So what they want to do, get rid of their house in a short sale. Maybe they'll foreclose. So opportunities come in every market. Opportunities, see, we've been through a lot of wars, we've been through Corona, we've been through all kind of things. They come and they go. And after this, we're going to have something else. It's been going on in the world forever. So if you don't want to be bothered by it, it's good to know. But if you don't want to bother it, don't watch news. Just focus on growth, focus on leads, focus on what's good. Everything comes to an end, so we'll be okay. So if you treat this market like a problem, you lose. If you treat it like an opportunity to you win. So try to think where the market may be in the next coming months and see where the opportunity lies and focus on that opportunity. But again, like I said many times, you have to find a niche and grow on that niche. That's all you have to do. I think with Sakar, I think you had a niche where helped a lot of Islamic loans. He'll work with a lot of families with Islamic loan. That's a niche. Grow on that. If you are working with first-time home buyer, like Ben is focusing, a lot of you guys are now giving the Wawa card for $1,000. I appreciate that. So do things like that. So pick something and just expand on it. That's all it is. Whether it's sellers, if you expand on sellers, you'll get a lot of sellers. If you want to expand on luxury homes, those will come up. You want to focus on investors, you need to known by something. And then everything else you do too. But you have to find something, have ChatGPT even give you a whole year's plan. The problem is no one wants to do it. No one wants to do it. And when you don't want to do it, of course, then you don't see any results.
I want to do it.
But you
help with the other parts of my life.
No, that's okay. That's life. Life, life is not life. Everyone has problems. So you don't have to run all the time. Sometimes taking the baby steps is fine. As long as your mind is there that you want to do this, life will find its way. Even you do one small thing a day, you will get there. I have so many things I'm doing, but I'm so behind. But what I do is, when you are consistently, just work 10 minutes on what you're trying to do. At least 30 minutes. Let's say 30 minutes, you cannot take 30 minutes on your life to focus on a niche you want to focus on.
It takes only 30 minutes.
Huh?
It takes 30 minutes just to figure out what the hell.
That's good enough too. See, if 30 minutes, if your mind can only think 30 minutes a day on an idea, this is also moving forward. But if the idea, people move forward and find the only way, if your question is, life, our personal life has a lot of chaos, right, going on. When you are really if you really want to do something, you will find a way. That's the truth. If you don't really want to do it, you will find a lot of excuses. That's the truth. Otherwise you will find a way. If you want to really do something, you will wake up at 2 a.m. and do it. For example, this presentation, right? I have to do it. There's no way. I cannot just not show up here. So I did this at 2 a.m. I have a lot of crazy life. I wanted to sleep, all that, but I did it because I'm like, I have to do it. See, if you want to do something, there are two things. Either you're going to make it happen or you're going to make excuses. And these excuses not going to help you. We can come up with million excuses not to do anything. And it's not this is human nature. This is all we do this. Because if someone is determined to do something, there's no one can stop you. Except, if you are like sick and you can't even do anything and you can't move. Otherwise, if someone wants to do something, they will find a way and they will find time. You just have to think and the doors open up. There's no way. You just have to be like, hey, I'm going to do it no matter what. And most of the things I've done it's like, hey, I have to do it no matter what. But sometimes I take just baby steps because I can't take bigger steps. But for example, now we are working on, all the things we are trying to do for you is time consuming to give back. For example, the lead hub thing, right? The rental leads. Now we are trying to take what I'm giving you, whoever is in the rental lead group, they're getting the rental leads on my listings only, right? So what we are trying to do is take all the rental listings off the office and advertise on different platforms. So we can get 100 times the leads, which we can pass it on to you. Does it not take time? It takes a lot of time to even build that. I'm working on something with AI. it takes a lot of time to build that. Everything takes a lot of time, but if you are determined to do it, you're gonna do it. Even look at our website, right? Every single word there is written by me. If you go to our website, every page you look at is written, handwritten by me and then converted. So everything takes time, but you have to put in the work. You have to put a lot of sacrifice. Bottom line is success, money comes with a price. And a lot of us don't want to pay the price. You have to pay the price. I'm paying a big price. I pay every day. I don't have a life. I'm working from home. I'm happy still, but I am working like crazy hours. I work a lot. But I do it, the only reason which keeps me going to do this, what I'm doing, is you guys. See, I don't have to do this. I was well off alone doing flips and all that. But I think that money, first, I'm not after money. I don't want any money. We appreciate you. I don't want any money. I don't care. Money does things for me, but I don't chase money. It's like money is chasing me somehow.
So if you don't like it, give it to me.
Yeah, it's once, right now I like it. I keep it. I want to keep it. It gives me things. But it doesn't give me happiness, right? What does give me happiness is giving back. So the only purpose of this galaxy is to give back what I have learned somehow, and you guys can apply it, and we as galaxy can do some things in the back end which can give you more opportunities. Some wisdom, some knowledge, so we all can, because why I'm doing this, because when I started real estate, I had no mentor, no coach. I was alone in the office. I was alone, and we had a group of the newbies, like we all didn't know anything, but I was their leader too. We were like sitting down like dumb realtors trying to figure out, but broker is not helping. Coach is not helping. No one is helping. My first contract, no one didn't show up to help me write it, and the clients walked away. So I always wanted to give back. We are just doing our best to give back. We may not be perfect, but we're going to get there. So I'm going to take this up there. We want to try to provide opportunities and be here in these uncertain times. Because in these uncertain times, if things get worse, you don't need anything. You need just each other. Ask for something, you guys are available, and everyone is trying to give a helping hand. So that's the beauty of our company, and we want to grow that.
Thank you for being there. Anytime I call and I hesitate, I'm like, he's so busy, he's not going to pick up my phone, or he's not going to give back.
I reached out to you, Kat, too.
Everything that Walid is doing, you are available, and that gives our mindset back to, if you can do it, we are not very busy. And personally, I do appreciate that.
No, I appreciate it.
Put us back to where we belong.
It takes a lot of effort, but see, when you are very committed to something, see, I'm like committed to this office. In the last 15 years, I've never missed an office meeting. See, you guys, whoever is here, never missed an office meeting. Because if I stop missing, everyone will start missing. So you have to be committed with certain things. And my biggest commitment is like, I don't want to, we never missed, our coaching classes are always there. Everything is there. It's just not me. It's first all of you guys. Because if you guys don't show up, I'll be talking to the walls, But thanks for you guys coming, because it's motivate you guys each other too, because some of you guys are coming from here, some are coming from far away. That takes time and effort too. So that all of our effort combined is making this work. So thank you guys. Any questions for me? Good. I hope you learned some value. Yeah. If you need anything, I'm here. Yeah, man. Thank you to me. Thank you to myself.